Alright guys, we've got a major plant haul. We've spent a load of money at a local plant show. So we're going to show you what we've got, and there's some quite interesting and unusual things here, and it's succulents and cacti, so check it out. We're setting up in the living room because we've got the most light and we've put the fire on, so it's a bit cold.
On this type of succulent, it has flowers off its spikes, and this is not actually a type of cacti, it's actually a type of succulent.
That's really cool. So the guy told us about this, didn't he? And the flowers come out of the spikes, and it looks like a cactus, but it's a succulent. So give a nice close-up look at this. The spikes are quite long, and it's called a Euphorbia enopla. You can see in there. So type of Euphorbia. I'll just put that down now. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, really nice. So we like the look of this because it doesn't have any sort of visual spikes. It's quite soft looking, and it says it's a cactus. Glossescens. It's difficult to say some of these, isn't it? But we really like the aesthetic look of that. Okay, that's a cactus. What did you like about this one?
That it feels really smooth and it's purple and it has kind of wrinkles in it.
Yeah, really different from all the other cactus we've got. This is another Euphorbia obesa. Okay, really cool looking cactus, different to everything else we've got. That's why we got that one. Okay, we've got a lot more plants to go, so let's have another look. So there's a big bag of succulents here. Now, this was the first one you found. Can you tell us what drew you to it? Why did you want it?
I wanted this house leek at the show because it's really bright. It's really like a dark black and it looks really cool.
Lovely. Yeah, you were immediately drawn to that. We don't have a name on it, but it's beautiful. Yeah, really nice looking. We actually got this one because they said it was the last one they had, and so we thought, if everyone else is going for it. It's very interesting. It looks like the leaves will easily propagate, and it's got these dark spots and these really fat leaves. So that was really different to anything else we have. So we were drawn to that. Again, this is one of the last ones they had of this, but we did find more on another stand. But quite interesting, again, very different to what we have. Really big round leaves with some red on the edges. And yeah, quite an interesting one, we thought. Happy to go for that. Again, a really different form. Little red tints at the end, and a few different plants in there that we could propagate. That might be one. Yeah, we might have 3 there all together. Some little babies in the bottom. Just a really interesting looking plant, and again, very different to any forms we have. We didn't have anything like that. Okay, this is one that I was immediately drawn to, and I liked it because of the bright red colour. And I think you were in agreement that that was the first one we go for.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't really have anything in that sort of form, so we hit a hell of a stand. This one is the first stand we went to that's coming out of this current bag. Yeah, just again, we picked this specific one out of similar ones because it had lots of pups at its base. All the others were just grown like this top bit with nothing growing at the base, and just really liked this form again. Just don't have anything like that in the form of a succulent with such big bulbous leaves. I guess we do have others that have thinner leaves, but really happy with that. I chose that. So we've still got loads and loads more in there, and we've got 2 bagfuls as well. There's some cacti in there. So lots more interesting plants. Oh, this is quite nice. It's like, it reminds me of the form of some of the others we've got, like house leeks, outdoor leeks, but also the echinacea sort of form as well, and it's got red on the tips, and it just looked like a really nice sort of form. Thought we could probably propagate a few leaves of it. Like the look of that one. Here we go. Got this because it's a bronzy colour. Don't know if you can see it there. The outer leaves are a bit of a lighter colour. Looks like there's a bit of a... Oh, that's loose, that leaf, and that will just come off. So we'll propagate from that. You can just leave them there. It takes a few weeks to grow leaves. But we got this because it's got a flower coming out, and it had a really nice bronze colour, and we don't really have anything that's that sort of colour. This is very nice. So lots to propagate from here. You can see possibly see in there, we've got some, looks like there's a few leaves you can take off near the base and not affect the look of it, but also it does look like it's got 3 quite separate stems in there. So it'd be interesting to get that out and pot it up and propagate from it. And it's got this lovely kind of greeny bronzy colour. Really nice satisfying form there. Really like the look of that one. And coming up actually is something that we were incredibly happy to find eventually, because it was something that the boy was looking for in one of these bags actually. Some really nice special things. Again, this form is really nice. Ah, there's a leaf there. Come and have a look at this. There's a leaf down here that has actually sprouted some roots already. I don't know. Yeah, see those roots. So when the leaves fall off, they will just sort of propagate themselves. And so little tips of red, really big juicy leaves. Just a really satisfying, nice looking form with lots of different colour. And there's even a little bit of yellow sort of coming out in some of the new growth. So that's a nice one. And we've already got... We're on our way to propagating that one with a rooted leaf. And we've got a big rooted leaf collection that needs potting up, where we've just had them in a cardboard box. Here we go. Here we go. Kind of like these big fat juicy leaves on little plants. It's just really satisfying. Yeah, that's just one. The reason we chose this particular one is most of them just had that one main stem, but this one has another sort of, not really a pup, but it's branching out basically, so it had a bit more going on. So some nice colours in there, a little bit of reddy bronzing on the edge, kind of like a dirty green colour if I was to describe it. Quite happy with that one. Okay, we've got lots more plants coming, by the way, especially in some special things in these bags that the boy was looking for. So that's really nice. A bit more dusty, a bit more of a subtle pale green with slight bits of red blended in around the edges. Nothing to talk about in the base. Just one stem, one plant. That leaf is a bit worse for wear. So probably not able to propagate from that, but we could try, you never know. Could leave it there, see what happens. But yeah, lovely plant. So we've got a lot of plants now to join our collection, and lots more to go. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 15 there so far. So we're very, very happy with this haul. So this was one, you're going to have to tell us about this one, darling.
This one has red spikes in it, and it's black, and it kind of has like little spikes coming off the main spike.
Oh wow, so spikes coming off the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of barbed in a way, those spikes. And you were immediately drawn to that, weren't you? Was that because of the spikes?
Yeah.
So that's called a Euphorbia horrida. So lots of euphorbias here. So more succulents than cacti, really, but they look like cacti, don't they? Maybe some of them still are. Can you have a euphorbia that's still a cacti? Let us know. We're still learning. Ah, this is really nice. I kind of guided you toward this. It's got lots of little, look like white dots, large spikes. It's Astrophytum ornatum. Not very good at pronouncing them, and it's missing a letter, but yeah, really nice, interesting, unusual. It's basically variegated to a certain extent with lots of dots. So happy with that cactus, proper cactus. And this is the bag that probably has the things in that the boy most likes, or was looking out for anyway, and real classics. Oh, there's a leaf that we found on the floor. And instead of letting it go to waste, we thought we'd better bring it into the fold and see if we could care for it. That will be a really big one, an outdoor succulent. Imagine them all the way around. Okay. So maybe save your best till last. Oh, here we go. Let's go for it then. Tell us about this one then.
This is a sedum donkey's tail, and you can put it in a hanging pot, and then the stems will grow down.
And you'd seen some videos on this online, hadn't you? And you were quite keen to get one of these. We had bought some leaves online, but they came through very tiny and disappointing. And actually we saw this and thought, yeah, we'll definitely buy this. So that is really, really cool. He was quite keen to have that. And once we grow it a bit more, and maybe even propagate a little bit from it, we can find a little hanging basket, or maybe make our own hanging basket. So we were pretty chuffed to find that, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, and this is go on, get the next one out. So this is a sedum morgananium. Sedum morgananium. Donkey's tail, we know that as. Classic one for kids. You get 1 million leaves off that to propagate. Hangs down, nice satisfying form. And then we found another one that I particularly was quite keen on, because I just find its form a bit more satisfying. So the leaves are a bit more smaller and plumper in a way, and it's called the sedum burrito. Quite a funny name. And again, it'll act like the donkey's tail, but I was really attracted to that form. So really quite interested in that. What did you think of that one?
I really liked it because when it grows down in a hanging basket, it's not like the donkey's tail where it just goes down. It goes down and it like curves up.
Yeah, and it kind of spirals a bit as well, they said. So yeah, when there was more of it in a bigger version in a hanging basket, that was really, really nice to see. So a few more to go, and similar principle. Can you tell us what this is called?
This is a string of beads.
String of pearls, string of beads. That's like the common name. And what attracted you to that?
Because it has like the circular leaves, and it can grow down like the donkey's tail and the burrito donkey's tail.
Nice. So that's a Senecio Rowleyanus. So that's a good one. Quite happy with that one. We had found some leaves of that one from a garden centre, and in the process of propagating them. But happy to get a big plant. Here we go. Nice tall cactus. What attracted you to this one?
Because it looks like a greeny blue turquoise colour on the base, and at the top it has loads of spikes like fitted together, but with the bottom they're like separated out, and there's spaces in between them.
Okay, very nice. So you like the look of the base versus the top and the spikes. Interesting. It's interesting what we're drawn to. Sometimes it's difficult to explain as well. Cereus forbesi from Argentina. Looking good. Again, very different to anything we've got. Quite a tall, thin cactus, that one. And any more left? Is there one more? Two more? Now tell us about this.
When it was at the stall, I really liked this one because the cactus kind of is like spiraling like this, like round.
Yeah, it's like twisting into a spiral shape. And it had some pups, and it's quite a light green colour. So quite different in colour and shape and form to anything else we've got. And that is let's have a think. Echinocerius. No, I'm not going to try that one. It's too difficult to say. See if you can work it out from the label, but very, very nice. Quite like that. Bit different to anything else they had as well. Here we go. Oh wow.
Here we have a plant that's really easy to propagate because when it grows, it forms roots on its stem. So when you propagate it and cut it off, you don't have to wait for the roots to grow. There would already be roots on it because it's just covered in the red roots.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there. On the stem, it's just covered in what looks like a bit like coir, but it's all roots, and the leaves will root very, very easily off this one. And yeah, just like a rooty stem. We've not seen anything really like that. So there'll be a very specific reason why it's evolved like that. And there's its name. So again, very unusual. And we'll just show you all of the plants that we've got, and we've got a load more. An absolute. Just get the light. We've got a ton more of plants to show you in the plant room that you've never seen. So we'll just show you another overview of what we've got, what we've bought, and make sure you subscribe if you want to see them grow, propagated, and how our collection is coming on. Yeah, so actually we got some freebies off. It's the blokes that give them to you. I think they sort of relate to when they first started collecting, and they can really relate and connect to the boy. So we got these 2 leaves as a freebie to propagate from. So they just sort of come off some of the plants. And then also another guy gave us a packet of seeds to plant as well, and that was just really kind and thoughtful, really, and happy to have that sort of that gesture and that kindness. All right.